Welcome pre-cal students to the homework help video on the review sheet. Excuse me, Caleb and Matthew, we've done everything but these right here, 19 through 43 odd, or every other odd, then 45, 47, 49, and 51. So let's go ahead and jump ahead to number 19. Okay, the directions for 19 through 35. The every other odd is write the linear equation. Okay, so here we go. Anytime I ask you to write a linear equation, you need M and you need B. Well, for number 19, they gave us both. M is 2/9 and the y-intercept is 0, 4. What that means is 4. Think about that real quick. If you plotted the point 0, 4, it would be right here, so the y-intercept is 4. Okay, so they've given both of those to us, so you simply write your linear equation. Y equals, your slope goes in front of the x, and then plus 4. There we go. Moving on to 23. Okay, once again, they've given us the slope, and they've given us the y-intercept. So since we know what the slope is, and so since we know what the y-intercept is, we are ready to write our linear equation. Y equals negative 4.2x plus 3/4. And there we go. Anytime you know the slope and the y-intercept of a linear equation or of a graph, you can write the linear equation very quickly. Number 27. Now this is the one that Matthew or Caleb and I did already, and I'll do it again here for you, Matthew. Anytime you're asked to find a linear equation, you want to train your brain to remember to look for M and B. Well, we have M, it's 3. We do not have B, so we use our formula, y equals mx plus b. Now for the y, I'll substitute negative 2. For m, I will substitute 3. For x, I will substitute 1. And then we'll go from there. Next, I would have negative 2 equals 3 times 1 is 3. And then bring your 3 over and make it a negative 3. Negative 5 equals b. So there we go. So now we know what the slope is. We know what the y-intercept is. So your answer would be y equals 3x minus 5, or negative 5. Moving on to 31. Okay, now here they've not given us the slope or the y-intercept, either one, but we have formulas for both of these. For finding slope, it's y minus y over x minus x. So we're going to do that quickly. 5 minus a negative 4 is 9. Excuse me. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. And if you reduce that, 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. If I went a little fast, just back up the video and watch it again. But that's how you find the slope. Now the formula for finding the y-intercept is y equals mx plus b. Now here's the dilemma. Which ordered pair do you use? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to cross this one off, but you could use that one. It would be fine. I'm just choosing to use this one for no certain reason. So where the y is, I'm going to substitute a 5. Where the m is, I'm going to substitute negative 3. That's my slope. Where the x is, I'm going to substitute negative 1 and then positive b. Multiply these two numbers together and you would have 5 equals positive 3 plus b. Bring the 3 over and make it a negative 3, and that would give you 2 equals b. So once you know what the y-intercept is, and once you know what the slope is, you can then write your linear equation very quickly. Y equals negative 3x plus 2. So you guys are becoming pros here at writing linear equations. Let me get a drink here. We'll go on to 35. 35 is done just like 31. You're writing a linear equation, so you want to find your slope and you want to find your y-intercept. Well, the formula for slope is y minus y, so that would be negative 6 minus a negative 4 over x minus x, 0 minus 3. Well, negative 6 minus a negative 4 would be negative 2 over a negative 3, which is a positive 2/3. So there's the slope. A negative over a negative does make the whole fraction become positive. Now to find the y-intercept, we use our formula y equals mx plus b. Now it doesn't matter which ordered pair you use. I'm using this one because it has a 0 in it, and I'm assuming that will make the math a little easier. So where the y is, I'm going to substitute -6. Where the m is, I'm going to substitute 2/3. Where the x is, I'm going to substitute 0. And then we'll get to work. Well, 2/3 times 0 is just 0, and 0 plus b is b, so -6 equals b. So I found my y-intercept, -6. And now I'm ready to write my linear equation. So my linear equation is going to be y equals 2/3 x minus 6. Y equals 2/3 x minus 6. Moving on to number 39. Now, numbers 39 and 43, the directions say graph the equation using the slope and the y-intercept, or in other words, the slope-intercept method. So this f of x just means y equals 3x minus 1. And so right away I know my slope is 3. Now I'm going to put 3 over 1 because I want to have a rise number and I want to have a run number, rise over run. My y-intercept is -1. So I can do this pretty quickly. Let me draw a kind of rough sketch here of a Cartesian coordinate plane. And then put some quick tick marks here. The y-intercept is -1. So I'm going to put a dot right here at -1. And then the rise number is 3. So starting here I go up 1, 2, 3, and then I run 1, so I go over 1 right to here. And it's a positive, so I went to the right, and I missed the point there a little bit, but either way you get the idea. So there's the graph of the line using the slope-intercept method. It's really not supposed to be hard. Now here on number 43 there's a little work to do. We're going to have to get y by itself, so I would bring the x over and make it a -x. And now divide everything by 3. Don't forget there's a -1 in front of the x, so divide by 3 is -1/3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So now with that in mind, I know my slope is -1/3. I know my y-intercept is 6, and so I'm going to go ahead and draw my coordinate plane. I drew it a little top heavy, but the reason for that is I know most of my work's going to be up here, and you'll see that in just a second. My y-intercept is 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's my y-intercept. And then my rise number is 1, and my run number is 3. Notice a negative sign here. So when I rise 1, I'm going to run to the left. So I rise 1 here, and I'm going to run to the left 3. So 1, 2, 3. So I rose 1, I ran 3, put my point here, and draw the line. You do not have to, on your test, make all these little line marks like I do. That's up to you. I'll know whether you use the right method by, first of all, I'm going to look and make sure that you got y by itself and you did it correctly. Then I'm going to make sure you have a point here and a point here, and I can tell if you've done it correctly, okay? Okay, number 45, we're going to write a linear equation again. Write a linear equation. So we need two things. We need m and we need b. Now, these two problems here, 45 and 47, are just like numbers 35 and 31. Okay, they're just written in a different notation. H of 1 equals 4 just means 1 comma 4. It means you put 1 in and got 4 out. And h of -2 equals 13 just means -2 comma 13. So now that I've written this functional notation over into standard ordered pair notation, we're good to go. Go ahead and find the slope. Y minus y, that's 4 minus 13. X minus x, that's 1 minus a -2. 4 minus 13 is -9. 1 minus a -2 is 3. -9 over 3 is -3. So there's your slope. Now we're going to use our formula y equals mx plus b to solve for b. I'm going to use this ordered pair here because it has no negative signs. You're welcome to use the other ordered pair. It doesn't matter. Where the y is, I substitute 4. Where the m is, I substitute negative 3. Where the x is, I substitute 1, and then plus b. Now let's do our multiplication on the right side. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, positive b. Then bring the negative 3 over and make it a positive 3. 7 equals b. 7. So I have my y-intercept, I have my slope. All that I have to do now is write my linear equation. And my linear equation, of course, would be y equals negative 3x plus 7. All right, and that's number 45. I'm just quickly checking the answer here. Yes, we got it right. Okay, number 47, same thing. I mean, you put in 5, you got a 1 out, so one ordered pair is 5, 1. You put in a negative 5 and you got out a negative 3. And so there's your other ordered pair. You're writing a linear function or a linear equation. I guess the only thing I should have done better, I'll be honest with you, do you see how it says, in fact, actually you should really learn to do this. I want you to get a good education, and although this can be nitpicky to you, I want you ready for college. To be honest with you, it didn't say write a linear equation, it says write a linear function, h. And that means they want you to put over here, instead of putting a y in your final answer, they want you to put h of x. Would I take off on the test? Well, let's not get so caught up in whether I would or I wouldn't. Let's get caught up in doing things well and doing things right. Okay, you know what I mean? And so that's the right way to do it. So make sure you do it that way. If on the test I say write a linear function. Okay, all right. Now on this one over here, notice it's a linear function f. So your final answer will be f of x equals, and then something over here, okay? But we'll get to that in the end. All right, here we go. Let's write a linear function. So we know we need to find an m, and we know that we need to find a b. All right, so let's use our slope formula. Y minus y, that's 1 minus a negative 3. X minus x, that's 5 minus a negative 5. And what you would end up with is 4 over 10, which is 2/5. Now let's find the y-intercept, b. I'm going to use the point that has no negative signs. I think that's a little easier. So my formula is y equals mx plus b. Where the y is, I will substitute a 1. Where the m is, I will substitute 2/5. Where the x is, I will substitute a 5. And then plus b. 2/5 times 5 is 2. Bring the 2 over and make it a negative 2. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1 equals b. So there, you found your y-intercept. Okay? So not too difficult. Your final answer would be f of x equals 2/5 x minus 1. Let me check the book and make sure that's right. Yep, that is correct. Okay. All right, number 49. Number 4951 says write the equation of the horizontal and vertical lines that pass through the given point. Okay, no big deal. Guys, watch this. It is so easy. This is so easy. First of all, plot that ordered pair. Plot that ordered pair. So 0, negative 3. There it is, right here. There it is. Now, they want you to tell me the equation of the horizontal line. So here's your horizontal line right here. And they want to know the equation. Well, what have we learned these past couple weeks? Horizontal lines are always equations that have y equal. Vertical lines are always equations that have x equals. Okay? So it's a horizontal line. I have y equals. And where does it cross the y-axis at? Negative 3. So there. You just wrote the linear equation of that horizontal line. Now they want you to write the linear equation of the vertical line that goes through this point. So here's your point right here. I'm going to draw the vertical line that goes to that point. There it is. There's your vertical line right there. It goes right through that point right there. Okay, you've learned that vertical lines are going to be equations that are x equals. And where is this line crossing the x-axis at? Isn't it crossing it right at 0? Sure it is. Do you not see a faster way to do this? You could have just looked at the x value and wrote x equals 0. You could have looked at the y value and wrote y equals 3. I didn't want to do that because I want you to see why we're doing what we're doing. But that is a legitimate shortcut you can do. So when we do number 51, let's quickly do it two ways. Obviously, the vertical line will be x equals 2/11, and the horizontal line will be y equals -1. Now let's see if that's right. Real quick here, let's just take 1 second. This is the last problem in the whole video, okay? We're done already. So real quick, let's just see if this makes sense, okay? Let's plot this point and see if my answers are right. Okay, the point is positive 2/11, -1. So it would be just about right here, over 2/11, then down, about right there. All right. Well, let's first of all find the horizontal line that passes through that point. Okay, so here it is. Here it comes. Here's the horizontal line. It's going right through that point. Okay, there we go. Now you've learned that horizontal lines are always going to start off with y equals. And where is it crossing the y-axis at? Well, -1, right there, -1. So y equals -1. Well, we got that one right. Now let's check the vertical one, okay? So here's the vertical line. Here's the vertical line that passes through this point. There. Now we've learned that all vertical lines are going to start off with the letter x equals. And where is it crossing the x-axis at? Well, guys, we should know we went over 2/11, and down 1. So where is it crossing the x-axis at? 2/11. So the answer is x equals 2/11, which is what I have. All right, that's it. Men, I'm really proud of your work you did today. You did great in class. Thank you for working hard and being attentive for 2 hours. I know it's not easy, but you also got Friday off. So, I mean, it's, like I've said, it's 6 half a dozen. It's either time on Friday or time today. So there's the rest of the review sheet. If you do that, you'll get 5 bonus points, and turn this in with your test and contact me if you have any questions. All right, have a good rest of the day.